The Waldorf Astoria's grand ballroom glows like a beacon, its ornate double doors daring me to enter. My heart hammers as I grip my emerald green dress, its sequins catching the light like a spotlight I can't escape. I am Sarah Carter, 34, Senior Marketing Director at SkyTech Solutions, and tonight I'm walking into my cousin Laura's wedding alone. The New York skyline sparkles outside, but inside, I brace for my family's judgment, their whispers, their pity, their smug assumptions about my single life. As I step forward, the lights flicker and die, plunging the venue into darkness. A collective gasp rises, and I freeze, my breath catching. Something's wrong. The blackout lasts seconds, but it chills me to the bone. The chandeliers flare back to life, illuminating cream and rose bouquets and polished tables. I smooth my dress, wishing I could fade into the background. I chose this gown for its elegance, a match for my chestnut hair and hazel eyes, but now it screams, "Look at Sarah, alone again." My sister Rachel's voice stings in my memory. Couldn't even find a date. She'd smirked at Laura's bridal shower, her nails tapping her champagne flute as the room laughed. My cheeks burn, but I force myself toward the doors. The doorman nods, unaware of the storm inside me. I'm used to high stakes, pitching to CEOs, boosting SkyTech's client retention by 35%, but this is different. My family's been carving me up since I was the awkward kid in suburban Chicago, overshadowed by Rachel, the golden child. She was prom queen, ballerina, now engaged to Ethan, the lawyer from Dad's country club. I was the bookworm, scraping through Northwestern on scholarships, my achievements barely noticed. Tonight, I'm stepping into their arena, defenseless. The ballroom drips opulence, crystal chandeliers, velvet drapes, but as I enter, the air shifts. Conversations hush. Eyes lock on me. "There's Sarah, single at 34. I imagine Uncle Henry slurring. My mother, Margaret, will give her pitying look. My father, James, won't glance up from his phone. I'm halfway to the bar, craving a Pinot Noir to dull my nerves, when a crash splits the air. A chandelier plummets, smashing a cocktail table feet away. Glass flies, screams erupt, and I stumble back, my heels snagging my dress. That could have been me. My hands shake as I grip a chair, the room tilting. "Remain calm," the wedding planner barks through a megaphone. "Stay clear of the center," guests whisper, their eyes darting to me like I'm cursed. I force myself to breathe, focusing on the string quartet's shaky notes. At the bar, I order my wine, hands still trembling. The bartender, a young guy, slides it over. "Rough night?" he asks, eyeing the wreckage. "You have no idea," I mutter, sipping the Pinot's warm. But the crash feels wrong, deliberate. I scan the room and freeze. A hooded figure in the shadows by the terrace doors, his gaze fixed on me. My stomach knots. Rachel swoops in, her blush-pink gown shimmering, diamonds glinting at her neck. Ethan, her fiancé, trails behind, bored. "Sarah," she purrs, air-kissing. "That dress is so practical. Work appropriate." Her smile is sharp, her eyes confirming I'm alone. "No +1. I told Mom you'd be solo." I bite back a retort, her words a familiar jab. She's always been the favorite, her barbs honed since childhood. Margaret joins us, her slate gray dress elegant. "Sarah, you look nice," she says, her pity palpable. "Independence is fine, honey." Her eyes betray her. I mumble thanks, clutching my glass. The wedding planner leads me to the singles table, a mix of elderly Aunt Gertrude, teenage cousin Max, and drunk cousin Nate. "Congrats on the promotion," Gertrude shouts. "Sarah's mother says so busy with her career," her hearing aid. "Sarah's too busy for husband." I choke on my water, cheeks burning. "Why no husband? I love my career," I say, but it sounds hollow. Laura's ceremony begins, her vows Everyone's engaged to Ethan. Ethan's with Laura. Heartfelt, but loneliness stabs me. She's my sister now, and I'm the odd one out. I slip to the appetizer table, only to be cornered by Aunt Linda. "Your clock's ticking, Sarah," she says. Uncle Robert offers his friends. "My buddy's son got divorced son, a gym owner, Chain. He's a bit older, stable." I'm drowning in unsolicited advice when I'm on my 6th suggestion, when I flee to the ladies' restroom. In a stall, I fight tears, my breathing, breath ragged. "Their opinions don't define you," I whisper, staring at my reflection. Staring. I call Sophia, my voice shaking, trembling. "They're treating me like a failure," I vent. "They're acting like I'm diseased." Sophia says, "Their reactions say more about them," she says. "You're killing it at Skytech. Stay strong." Her words help, but the pressure lingers. Back at the reception, I'm cornered by Rachel. Corners me again. "Sarah, you should try dating apps, Sarah. Even tough cases find someone a match." Her faux sympathy pity stings, and I snap, force a smile. "I'm good with work." The DJ says calls, all single ladies bouquet toss. Calls for the bouquet toss, and I feel Aunt Clara pushing me forward. "Go on, Sarah, maybe it'll change your luck," she says. I stumble into place, but the crowd's eyes burning into my back. But as Laura raises her bouquet, a waiter drops a tray, crashes, splashing drinks spill onto my dress inches from me. I jump away, back, my heart racing, pounding. Another accident? The hooded figure watches, his gaze chilling. The room gasps, hushes as the double doors swing open. A man enters, strides in, tall and commanding in a charcoal suit, his dark hair perfect, jawline sharp. Ethan Caldwell, a tech billionaire. His billionaire locks eyes with me on mine. My pulse races, spikes as he strides toward me, approaches. "Sorry I'm late, love," he says, his voice deep and loud. "Traffic was hell." He kisses my cheek, his cologne dizzying, sandalwood scent dizzying me. I freeze, my mind reeling. "Who's this?" Rachel's shocked jaw drops. Margaret beams smiles. "Play along," Ethan whispers. "You needed him a rescue." My mind reels. Is this real? But his gaze steadies me. "I thought you'd miss it," I say, voice firm, steady. He smiles, never. His smile dazzles, his arm around my waist, and suddenly I'm not the sad single sister anymore, feels safe. The planner whisks us to a VIP table, Rachel trailing and her Ethan behind. "You didn't mention a boyfriend," Rachel says, shocked, her voice tight. "Someone like that," so Margaret gushes. "Sarah's our star, driven one." I hold back a smirk, resist an eye roll. Ethan whispers, leans close. "How long have we been dating?" he murmurs. 4 months. I say, whisper, met at a San Francisco tech summit. He nods. "First date at the French Laundry. Your keynote." I blink. "How'd you know I'm in marketing?" He grins. "Your gift tag." I laugh. The lie feels real. Table's name tag, Sarah Carter, Senior Marketing Director. I filled in the blanks. The family laughs. Room changes. Rachel's smile, envious, hides envy. James, talking to Dad, engages Ethan about tech. But I'm uneasy, lingers. At the buffet line, a waiter spills coffee, scalds my arm. Coffee grazes his, my arm. I yelp, pulling back away. The waiter says sorry, apologizes, but looks at the hooded figure, nervous in his glance. 3 incidents. Ethan holds, steadies me, his face worried, darkening. "You okay?" I nod, but my mind's racing. Races. The chandelier, drinks, now coffee. It's too much, too many accidents. The hooded figure's gone, vanishes. Ethan and I talk, bonding over Springsteen. We share art, love for Springsteen, street art. and Barcelona stories. Barcelona? 2015? He asks. I was in Paris then. The spark thrills coincidence. We dance. On the dance floor, his touch warm feels right, but Ryan's lie still hurt. Betrayal, his months of cheating, haunts me. Back at the table, as we return, a railing creaks above, nearly falls. I freeze. I'm almost crushed. Ethan saves me, pulling back. This place is dangerous, he says. I see the hooded figure is back, watching by the bar, watching, chilling me. Rachel asks questions, probes our story. How'd you meet? She says, suspicious eyes narrow. San Francisco summit, Ethan says, smooth. His arms around me, feeling real, but danger's close. In the restroom, the elevator jams, stuck, lights flashing flicker. I panic, trapped, pounding the button till it moves, until it moves. Ethan's waiting outside, worried, concerned. What's wrong? I tell him everything about the accidents, he says. That's not random. His phone rings. Lucas? His partner? Business trouble partner? With a business crisis, Ethan steps away and Rachel attacks me. A billionaire boyfriend? Convenient, she sneers. The concierge said he wasn't your date. My heart sinks. She knows it's a lie. She's exposed us. On the terrace, Rachel says, we fight. You just met him tonight, she says, gloating. I'm humiliated, burning. Ethan says it wasn't fake, but Ethan protests. I stop him. It's over, I say, cutting him off. The charade's done. Ethan begs. It was real for me. Sarah, but Ryan's lies block me hurt, and I can't trust him. You can't expect me to believe you, I snap. How can I trust you? Lucas calls Ethan away and he goes, hurt leaves. I'm alone, crying on the terrace alone. I tell my family the truth, admit they pity it, their pity crushing me. I leave, seeing an SUV waiting outside as I leave. My cab drives off, but the SUV follows, headlights close, menacing. I'm scared. I'm being watched, followed. Fear grips me as the city lights blur. At home, I lock up, safe the door, but the SUV's nearby, outside, a block away. A text from Ethan. Sarah, I'm sorry. Can we talk? I pause, scared Ryan's pain lingers. I pace, thinking. The chandelier was sabotaged, bolts looked cut, the waiter knew something. Skytech's campaign against next-gen analytics. Did I make enemies? The bell rings. Sophia with donuts, croissants. She says this is a movie thriller, she says. Sarah, this is a call. Ethan. I text him. Coffee tomorrow? I'm scared but hopeful, my heart racing. Morning comes. Light in my room. I barely slept, tired. Ethan says, 10 a.m., the Beanery. I wear jeans, see my face, stronger now. Ethan's there at the Beanery, casual, smiling. I was wrong, he says, sorry, apologetic. I saw you at a Seattle conference, your green blouse, keynote speech. I'm shocked, touched, surprised. You remembered my blouse, he says. It wasn't all a lie. I say my ex Ryan lied. I can't trust easily. He nods. I'm not him. Ethan. I talk about the accidents, and he says, Next gen's trouble. Victor Lang's dangerous. A text hits, careful, Sarah. I show him, and he says, we'll fix this. We search, investigate, find the hooded figure's tattoo, Lang's man snake. Linked to Lang's enforcers, my apartment has a gas leak. In my apartment, then a beam falls near Skytech. More attacks. Sarah's scared. I'm shaken, but we keep going. Ethan and I share stories, get close. He's like me, fought hard. I talk to Rachel, her engagement's broken. She's sad, we connect. Sarah feels stronger. At my parents' house, I call out their lies' favoritism. They listen, change a bit. Sarah stands tall. At a gala, we catch the hooded figure, a thug, Lang's man. He talks, confesses. Skytech stops next gen. By Christmas, Ethan and I are together. My family's better, Rachel's kind, parents fair. I'm strong now, Sarah's proud, not for Ethan but for me, herself. The New York winter bites at my fingertips as I step out of my Upper West Side apartment, the morning air sharp and unforgiving. It's been a week since Laura's wedding, and the city's festive lights mock the turmoil churning inside me. I'm Sarah Carter, 34, Senior Marketing Director at Skytech Solutions, and my life has become a puzzle of half-truths and lurking dangers. The hooded figure's snake tattoo, the cryptic text, "Careful, Sarah," and the black SUV trailing me home have turned my world upside down. Ethan Caldwell, the tech billionaire who crashed my cousin's wedding, is now my unexpected ally, but his sincerity battles my scars from Ryan's betrayal. As I head to Skytech's Midtown office, a prickle of unease follows me. Like eyes watching from the shadows, the stakes are higher now, and I'm determined to uncover who's targeting me and why. The subway hums with Monday morning chaos, but my mind is elsewhere, replaying my coffee with Ethan at the Beanery yesterday. His apology felt raw, his memory of my Seattle keynote down to my green blouse, disarmingly specific. Victor Lang's dangerous, he'd warned, tying the hooded figure to next-gen analytics, our rival. The threatening text sealed it. Someone wants me scared, maybe silenced. My campaign exposing next-gen's data breach hit a nerve, but I'm not backing down. At Skytech, I settle into my corner office, the Manhattan skyline a stark backdrop. My assistant, Priya, drops a stack of reports on my desk. "The board's buzzing about your campaign," she says, her eyes bright. "But security flagged unusual login attempts on our servers. IT's on it." My pulse quickens. Is this Lang's next move? I dive into the reports, but a knock interrupts me. Ethan stands in the doorway, his navy coat dusted with snow, his blue-gray eyes intense. "Got a minute?" he asks, closing the door. My heart skips, torn between trust and caution. "What's this about?" I say, leaning back. He pulls out his phone, showing grainy footage from the Waldorf's security cameras. The hooded figure's snake tattoo is clear, but there's more. A second man, stocky with a scar across his cheek, slipping something to the waiter who spilled coffee on me. "Lang's enforcers," Ethan says. "The waiter's gone missing. My PI's tracking him." I swallow hard. The accident's now undeniable sabotage. "Why me?" I ask. "My team ran the campaign, not just me." Ethan's jaw tightens. "Your name was on the press release. Lang's personal." The revelation hits like a punch. My ambition, my drive to prove myself beyond my family's pity, has made me a target. Ethan suggests we meet his PI, Marcus, at a diner in Hell's Kitchen tonight. I agree, but unease lingers. Can I trust Ethan, or is his charm another lie? My phone buzzes. A new email from an anonymous account. "Drop the next-gen campaign, or the next accident won't miss." My hands tremble as I show. "We're getting close," he says, his voice steady. "That's why they're scared." His confidence bolsters me, but fear coils tighter. I'm not just fighting for my career. I'm fighting for my life. The diner's neon sign flickers as Ethan and I slide into a vinyl booth, the smell of greasy fries and coffee thick in the air. Marcus, a wiry man with a buzz cut and sharp eyes, joins us, his laptop open. "The waiter, Joey Ruiz, worked for Next Gen as a low-level contractor," he says, sliding over a file. "He was paid to stage the coffee spill. The chandelier? Sabotage bowls, professional job. Lang's crew is escalate." My stomach churns. The file includes photos. Joey's apartment, trashed. A grainy shot of the scarred man outside Skytech. "They're watching you," Marcus adds. I'd lay low. Ethan's hand brushes mine under the table, a silent anchor. We're not hiding, I say, my voice firmer than I feel. We need proof to take Lang down. Marcus nods, handing me a burner phone. Use this for sensitive calls. Your line might be tapped. The weight of his words sinks in. My life is no longer just meetings and deadlines. As we leave, a black SUV idles across the street, its engine low and menacing. Ethan pulls me into an alley, his grip tight. That's them, he whispers. My heart pounds as the SUV cruises past, its tinted windows hiding its occupants. We slip through a back street, my breath visible in the cold, and I realize I'm not just a bystander anymore. I'm in the crosshairs. Back at my apartment, I double-checked the locks, the burner phone heavy in my hand. Ethan insists on staying, taking the couch. I'm not leaving you alone, he says, his eyes fierce. I want to argue, but his presence steadies me. Over takeout, we talk, not about Lang, but about us. He shares his childhood in Oregon, raised by teachers who scraped by, his first startup coded in a garage. I tell him about Chicago, my parents' favoritism. Rachel, you're stronger than you know, he says, his gaze holding mine. The air crackles, but Ryan's ghost lingers. I want to believe you, I admit, but trust is hard. He nods, not pushing, and I feel a spark of possibility. The next day, Skytech's boardroom is tense. CEO Diane Chen praises my campaign but warns of NextGen's counterattacks. Our servers were hit again, she says. We're locking down access. I nod, guilt gnawing at me. My work sparked this, but backing off isn't an option. After the meeting, I slip into IT, where Priya's friend Nate shows me the hack's origin. A NextGen IP address. This is big, he says, Lang's desperate. I text Ethan on the burner. Found a lead. NextGen's hacking us. His reply is instant. Meet me at the library. Safer there. The New York Public Library's marble halls feel like a fortress. But I'm on edge. Ethan's waiting by the reading room, his expression grim. Marcus found Joey, he says. He's hiding in Brooklyn, scared, wants to talk, but only to you. My stomach twists. Meeting a fugitive feels reckless, but it's our best shot. We head to a rundown bar in Red Hook, the kind of place where no one asks questions. Joey's a nervous wreck, his eyes darting. Lang's crew threatened my family, he whispers. The chandelier, the coffee, it was all to scare you. There's a bigger plan, a cyber attack to cripple Skytech. My blood runs cold. Why tell me? I ask. He leans closer. You expose their breach. They respect you, even if they hate you. Before he can say more, the bar's lights flicker. A man with a scarred cheek, the one from the footage, bursts in, gun in hand. Nobody move, he shouts. Ethan shoves me under the table, his body shielding mine. My heart slams against my ribs as the scarred man scans the room. Joey bolts and the man fires, the shot grazing a wall. Ethan pulls me toward the back exit, glass shattering behind us. We sprint into the night, my lungs burning, and dive into a cab. Drive! Ethan barks, and we speed off, the scarred man's shouts fading. I'm shaking, tears stinging my eyes. That was too close, I gasp. Ethan's arm steadies me. We're okay, he says, but his voice is tight. Joey's intel changes everything. Back at my apartment, I'm a wreck, the gunshot echoing in my mind. Ethan brews coffee, his calm grounding me. We need to take this to the FBI, he says. Joey's info, the hacks, it's enough for a case. I nod, but fear claws at me. Lang's reach is long, and I'm no hero. Yet Joey's words, they respect you, ignite something. I've spent years seeking approval from my family, from Ryan, from myself. This fight is bigger than me, but it's also mine. I call Sophia, needing her clarity. "You're not alone," she says over the phone. "Ethan's got your back, and you're tougher than Lang thinks." Her words steel me, but a new text on the burner phone chills me. Brooklyn was a warning. Quit now. The next morning, Ethan and I meet FBI agent Carla Reyes at a nondescript midtown office. She's no nonsense, her dark eyes sharp. "Next gen's on our radar," she says, reviewing Joey's file. "But Lang's slippery. We need hard evidence, a server, a witness, something solid." I mention the hacks, and she nods. "Get me those logs, and stay safe." As we leave, Ethan's phone buzzes. Lucas, his partner, with a crisis in Singapore. "Go," I say, my voice firm. "I can handle this." He hesitates, then kisses my forehead, a gesture that sends warmth through me. "I'm back tomorrow," he promises. Don't do anything reckless. Alone, I return to SkyTech, diving into the server logs with Nate. We find a hidden back door planted by NextGen to siphon data. "This could ruin us," Nate says, his voice low. I copy the logs, my hands steady despite the stakes, but as I leave, a power surge fries my laptop, sparks flying. I jump back, heart racing. Another sabotage? Security escorts me out, and outside the black SUV waits, its engine idling. I duck into a coffee shop, my breath shallow, and call Marcus. "They're closing in," he says. "Lie low till we get those logs to Reyes." Rachel calls, her voice shaky. "I heard about Brooklyn," she says. My Ethan knows Lang's lawyer. He's worried you're in over your head." I'm stunned. Rachel reaching out? "Why tell me?" I ask. She sighs. "I've been awful, Sarah. I'm trying to be better." Her vulnerability disarms me, and we talk, peeling back years of rivalry. She's leaving Ethan, chasing her own path. "Be careful," she warns. Lang plays dirty. Her call, raw and real, shift something. "My family's not perfect, but we're not broken." The next day, Ethan's back, his eyes tired but determined. We deliver the logs to Reyes, who confirms a raid on NextGen's servers. "Stay out of sight," she warns. But at SkyTech's annual gala that evening, I'm keynote speaker, unveiling our new initiative. The Plaza Hotel's ballroom glitters, but I'm on edge, scanning for the scarred man. Ethan's by my side, his presence a shield. During my speech, the lights flicker, and a note slips into my purse. "Last chance." My voice falters, but I push through, the crowd's applause grounding me. Backstage, the scarred man corners us, knife gleaming. "Lang says stop," he snarls. Ethan tackles him, the blade skittering across the floor. Security swarms, cuffing the thug, who spits. "You're dead, Carter." Reyes arrives, taking him into custody. "He's talking," she says later. "Lang's going down." Relief floods me, but exhaustion follows. Ethan pulls me close, his warmth real. "You did it," he says. I shake my head. "We did." Christmas arrives, crisp and quiet. At my parents' Westchester home, Rachel's there, single and studying design, her smile genuine. Margaret and James embrace me, their pride unforced. Ethan joins us, his hand in mine, hinting at a future together. I'm not the Sarah who walked into Laura's wedding, cowed by pity. I faced danger, rebuilt family ties, and found strength in trust. Not just in Ethan, but in myself. Lang's behind bars, SkyTech's safe, but the real victory is mine. A life I've claimed, fearless and whole.